family.
Thank you very much, Madam, for giving me an opportunity to speak on this Finance Bill 2025. Madam, I would like to congratulate this government for having presented the Finance Bill through which they have campaigned from the Parliament and won the Delhi elections, Madam. They have utilized this Finance Bill giving the SOP of 12 lakh exemption, income tax exemption, mainly for the Delhi elections, and they have achieved their aim and they have won in the Delhi Assembly, so I would like to congratulate them on their efforts, Madam. Madam, this Finance Bill, we see that most of the states, several people have spoken about this, Madam. When we give 1 rupee, we get back 29 paisa or 30 paisa. If you look at the statistics over the last 10 years, Tamil Nadu has paid about 8 lakh crores in the form of direct taxes, Madam. But the devolution which has come back to Tamil Nadu is only about 2.4 lakh crores. 5.6 lakh crore has been utilized by the union government, where it has been disbursed to other states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and other less performing states, Madam. Madam, we do not have any qualms about that, because we believe that those who are able should be able to support those who are in a very pathetic situation. But problem is, if you are looking at the state of poverty, the status of poverty throughout this country, if you look at the south states, the numbers will be in the range of about 0.5 to 1.5 or 2%, Madam. South states believe that poverty should be eradicated, and they have been striving continuously for the last several decades eradicating poverty, Madam. Whereas if you look at north states, even the Honorable Prime Minister's state of Gujarat, the poverty rate is in the range of about 9 to 10%. Bihar, it is about 20%. And UP, I think it must be around 15 to 20%. Despite years of support from these states, it is sad to note that they are not even able to provide a decent life for their own citizens, Madam. If you look at Tamil Nadu, right from the last 50 years, from the time when Peraranyar Anna has been taken over from 1967, we have had a situation where we have insisted that we should uplift the downtrodden, Madam. That has been the motto behind which the government has worked. Even our present Chief Minister, M.K. Stalin, he has said that Ellorkum Ellam, everybody should get everything, Madam. To that end, he has described about how economy should be utilized for empowering the weakened, Madam. To that extent, he has given, he has brought out a scheme where every lady who is in the poverty range, when we say poverty, we are not talking about the 27,000 rupees per annum earning people, Madam. We are talking about people who are earning even up to 1 lakh rupees per annum. We are saying that they will be supported with 1,000 rupees per month, where they will be able to improve their quality of life. Not only that, to enhance education, he has brought out a scheme where, initially it was brought out for the girls, where every month they were given an incentive of 1,000 rupees if they have studied from a government school and they go to any college. This has improved our graduate enrollment ratio. The whole country, the present target what has been achieved so far in the country is about 25%, and the government is talking about achieving 50% by 2030 or 2050, Madam. But we already have an enrollment ratio of 52%. This shows the amount of importance our state leaders, especially our present Dravidian model, has done for empowering women and improving the status and life of women, Madam. Madam, apart from the taxation which is being done to Tamil Nadu faced huge calamities, Madam. 2 years we had huge calamities where we had implored to the union government to provide from the National Disaster Relief Fund to the tune of about 40,000 odd crores, Madam. Despite repeated pleas, we have not had the amount required. We have only been given a paltry amount of 200 crores as grievance, Madam. Madam, it is a very, very sad state of affairs where we have given 5.6 lakh crores to the union government, and even during a disaster where people have died, people have suffered, people have lost property, people have lost their livelihood, the government does not have any courtesy or pity on these people, Madam. It is a shameful thing that the government is treating people of Tamil Nadu this way. Madam, apart from that, this government is talking about education and the importance of education, Madam. Recently, they have introduced this National Education Policy 2020, and in which they are talking about a 3-language formula, and where the union government was to release a fund of 2,152 crores. We have been asking for that, and they have been blackmailing the state government, saying that unless you introduce the national education policy with the 3-language formula, we will not release that 2,152 crores, madam. And our Honorable Chief Minister has made it abundantly clear that even if you give 10,000 crores, we will not implement the 3-language policy. Let me explain about the 3-language policy, madam. Madam, you claim that 3-language policy has been implemented throughout the country, madam. But I would like to ask one question. If that is the case, why is it that most of the North MPs, people from the North, most of them do not speak English? Why is it that most of them do not speak English excepting Hindi? I would challenge anybody in this parliament, madam, if people from the North, apart from Hindi, is there any other language that they can talk? They are talking about a 3-language policy where they know nothing other than Hindi, whereas in South, they expect us to learn 3 languages, madam. I think this is an unfair way of treating people, especially the students, madam. We feel that 2-language policy has helped Tamil Nadu go a long way. We have economically, at the time of freedom, we were one of the 3rd poorest states in the country, and now we are the 2nd richest country, madam. And this performance has been achieved because of our policies, madam. Madam, coming to the GST, madam, the GST has become nothing but a tax terrorism, madam. People are going about where business houses are being threatened and they are being looted out of their money, where it is being done in a very unconstitutional way. It is almost like a terrorism, madam, where they are threatening these people and they are collecting this money. And also, there has been several representations where people who are lame, where they are having processes needed, they have been charged 18% of GST, madam. I feel that it is a shameful thing that the government is trying to make money even out of people's misery, madam. So I would expect this government to reconsider the GST rates for most of the processes and life-saving devices so that the life of the patients is made much better, madam. Madam, when you're talking about the electoral bonds, Maua had already mentioned, Honorable MP, she had mentioned that the electoral bonds, whether it will be reintroduced again. I would like to point out that the finance minister, even after the court had said that it is illegal and unconstitutional, the Honorable Finance Minister had said that we will bring back electoral bonds again. I feel that the concept of electoral bonds was nothing using the Enforcement Directorate. I would not want to use the terminology Enforcement Directorate, madam. I would say that it is an extortion department. They have been extorting where every time, if you see the pattern, when the details were revealed, when the data was revealed, it was seen that there is an ED raid on the person, and then there is electoral bond amount which has been paid. So this is the way in which this government has been extorting money out of business houses. Even when you're coming to this finance bill, the finance bill gives authority for the income tax officials to break into their virtual spaces, madam, to go and crack open their codes and get all the data where even the middle income people will probably not be spared from the clutches of this government, madam. They probably are going to be suffering more, and that is one of the reasons why Honorable MP, Mr. Shashi Tharoor, had talked about the high net worth individuals who are leaving this country. The reason why they are leaving this country is because the tax terrorism and the way the people are being treated is something which is totally unacceptable, madam. Madam, the Honorable Prime Minister is talking about Viksit Bharat, which I inquired and found out that it means a developed India. To make yourself a developed country, madam, when I last checked, the per capita income should be about $15,000, madam. But currently, India has only a per capita income of about $2,500. And I would also like to point out that Tamil Nadu's per capita income is about $4,000, madam. And with $2,500 to say that we are going to become a developed nation, I think is fooling the people of this country, madam. Because to become $15,000 per capita income, your GDP has to be about $22 trillion. Right now, we are struggling to even achieve $5 trillion. Nishikant Dubey was talking about the number of people who are relinquishing their citizenship was about 22%. I find that very, very hard to believe, and I think he has to substantiate it, madam, because the total population of US is about 40 crores roughly, and out of 40 crores, if you're talking about 22, you're talking about 8.8 crore people who have left the country. I feel, in fact, there have been complaints about migration migrants going in. So many millions of migrants who are going in. So I wish that Mr. Nishikant Dubey will check and get the facts and submit it to this parliament, madam, because like every other lie, whatever the treasury benches has been pervading, I think this is going to be under the radar, and I would like that to be corrected on record, madam.
Very good.
Madam, when we are talking about the amount of money which has been written off, 18 lakh crore has been written off for as NPA, and Honorable Finance Minister was trying to explain that they are trying to recover that money. But trying to recover that money is not something which will be possible, because if they were to do that, they would have done that already, madam. If it has not been done so far, I feel that no way they will be able to retrieve that. But at the same time, when the Honorable Prime Minister had promised that the farmers' income will be doubled, instead of doing that, at least you can waive their loans, madam. The government of Tamil Nadu has done several instances where they have waived loans for farmers, madam. Madam, one last point I would like to say. Honorable Prime Minister, 10 years back, when he was coming into the office, he gave a promise that he will give us 2 crore jobs, 15 lakhs into everyone's account, reduce the rate of the dollar, reduce the rate of petrol. None of that has been achieved in the last 10 years, madam. It is shameful that a government of this caliber is allowed to continue, and I would request the minority government which is being held up by the TDP and JDU, those people also to reflect on the promises made and what they have achieved and take necessary steps during the delimitation process. Kindly ensure that fairness is there during the delimitation process, and also ensure that Hindi, the triple language policy is abolished, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for